Hey, everybody. If you offend easily, I'm not going to pick you up and carry you out of here. You're kind of on your own. And it's especially worse for you because today I'm actually really not in the mood. Like from the moment I opened my eyes today, it was just that day. You know? And I don't know if it's my meds decided to not kick in. I don't know if my hormones decided to go on vacation or something and leave me high and dry. I don't know. I just know that I appear to have had an extra bowl of psycho bitch flakes today. And I'm going to try and do this. Y'all, hi, thorns and all. Remember that, folks, thorns and all. All right. So, since it's that day today, and since this is actually the second take of this video because the first time it got interrupted by a phone call, and y'all know how much I love doing one shot. I don't like editing. I don't know enough about it, and I really don't want to go through all that. So you get what you get. So since it's being that day, I want to talk to y'all about Eris. Eris, goddess of chaos. Hail Eris, all hail Discordia, queen of confusion, mother of madness, daughter of discord, concubine of chaos, an interdimensional bowling champion. According to the Principia Discordia, if you want to worship the goddess Eris, please have a hot dog on Friday. It offends nearly every religion because of the contents of the hot dog and the day of the week. So, yeah, have a hot dog on Eris. Her sacred messenger is Saint Gullick the cockroach, which I've always found amusing because out of I've got a pretty high growth factor, and that cockroach will turn me into a screaming shrew on the top of the bedpost on tippy toe in 2.2. So, yeah, that's the one bug for me. That's the one gross thing. So, now again, this is according to the Principia Discordia. So, let me say, it's been a while since I've actually had a discussion about it. So, for those of y'all who are not sure what the Principia Discordia is about, it's kind of akin to your current flying spaghetti monster. It's the kind of faith that it's kind of nonsensical, but it's supposed to be. You're taking faith in religion too seriously. Think outside the box. Think a bit more surreal and abstract. Think way out there. I mean, did you really expect the goddess of chaos to be conformed? Okay. And for those of y'all who know Eris, from things like TV, movies, books, and you've got all that wrong depiction of her as this evil creature that likes to cause damage, that's not entirely correct. Okay. I mean, people have this idea that chaos is this bad thing. Look, you can't have fun without chaos. You can't. I want to bring y'all over to my altar. I want to show y'all what I've done here, and I want to read y'all something that's over there that, shame on me, I actually haven't remembered. I don't have it remembered in my head, so I want to show y'all. Because I've talked to y'all before about how I have my deities kind of spread out around the house, have little altars and whatnot for them. So I'm going to flip my camera. Y'all are going to see a little bit more of my room. This room is actually dedicated to Eris, and I'll even get into that today with y'all, okay? So we get to explore a little bit. Bear with me. Speaking of bears, that's Miss Little Rose and Spock Bear. That's a story unto itself. Okay, neon rainbow colored octopus that my husband found at a thrift store because sure, we seem to have this octopus theme going on in here. I don't know why, but the two of them like to hang out. This is one of the things I will do for my deities, and I will draw a depiction of them. The cockroach is a rubber fake cockroach that I've just added on there because, you must have Eris, you must have her messenger. I do want to show some of her hair glows. I actually mean to go in with some blue paint and fix it the rest of the way so that the rest of her hair glows better than that. But yeah. I know it's no masterpiece, but it's mine and I like it and I dedicated it to her. So We have her golden apple of chaos. Now, going into some of Eris's Greek mythology, Eris, of course, is the one who rolled the golden apple at the party with the words, well, it was Kalisti. I know I'm not actually pronouncing it correctly, but it meant to the prettiest one. And it got three Greek goddesses, Athena, Hera, and Aphrodite, fighting over who was the prettiest one. And they each went to this human named Paris and promised him all sorts of everything he wanted until he finally decided he wanted the prettiest woman in the land, Helen of Troy, to be his own. So he gave the apple to Aphrodite, and it caused the whole Trojan War thing. Yeah, this is why you have Trojan condoms. Just kidding. But inside of my little apple here, mind all my candles and stuff, I'm actually burning orange. Ooh, cannot do this one-handed. Bear with the close-up, folks. Oh, wow, I really can't do this one-handed. Okay. Y'all just gonna have to get put down. That's just, I'm sorry about that, y'all. But we're back. We're live, and we're still rolling incorrect stuff and all. Okay, so, ta-da. This is something that came out of the Principia Discordia. This came out of the Principia Discordia, and I want to read it to y'all. And I can't believe I'm making it this chaotic today, but it wouldn't be Eris if it wasn't chaos, right? It is called The Sacred Cow. I am chaos. I am the substance from which your artists and scientists build rhythms. I am the spirit with which your children and clowns laugh in happy anarchy. I am chaos. I am alive. And I tell you that you are free. Y'all, I get emotional every time I read that, okay? That just has always been powerful because it's true. How are you going to exist in nothing but order? There must be a dissociation from your sense of order, and there must be a connection that is had with the things that don't go right, just as much as the things that go wrong. The things that don't go right go wrong. Y'all get where I'm going with this. Let me get my butt back in my chair so we can get a little stability out of the chaos we just experienced, okay? But this I've always said that in order to gain order, one must create chaos. In order to get chaos, one must create order. Yes, the balance, the yin yang, the whole shebang about the two going together. But think about it. I've actually gone. I'm gonna go slightly political. I'm gonna go political with this. Okay, when the people want a new order, they rebel and give you chaos. In order to get that new order, they create that chaos. And then if you have too much order, if the laws get too rigid, if those in power get too much grip, you will get chaos as a result. So it never made sense to me that when they threw a party on Mount Olympus, they didn't want to invite chaos. That makes no sense to me. What kind of stuffed up party are you having if nobody's having any kind of chaos? I mean, who's going to throw the punch? Who's going to start everybody everybody wanted a nice party. It's so boring. Who's going to tell the DJ to play something better so that the people actually get out on the dance floor and move? Okay? So, Hail Eris. That's all I'm going to say about that, because like I said, this is a weird day for me energy wise. I wanted some new order. So of course I had to call in some chaos, and this is the chaos. You must ride the storm. You must ride the wave, the rainbow wave. Taste the rainbow. Okay. Anyway, let's get into a reading for y'all folks. Just before my brain leaks out of my ear, because that's always possible. All right. Today we are reading a deck called the Morgan Le Fay. God, it's been a while it's been years since I used this deck, and it's because it's attached to an odd memory that just kind of always, all right. Like when I first started for that company, I worked at a smaller store in a little bit more of a remote area. Okay, and one of my coworkers use this deck, and I really liked it. Um, so I ended up, hey, let me try my hand with this deck. Does it like me? It did. Okay, it likes me a lot. Very good at people watching. If you wanted to know who was up to what, if you wanted to ride the soap opera, this was actually a very good deck to do it with. All right? But poor girl, poor woman, she was always an odd one, but she was friendly and we liked her. She came down terminal illness, knew she was going out. At the time I was single. And unprompted, she brought her husband in to meet me to see if we would be a match after she died. And I felt so freaking uncomfortable by that, y'all. Like, what the hell? She brought her husband in to hook us up. I've heard of people doing that. In fact, two of my aunts did that. One or two of them did that. So I know it happens and I get why it happens and it makes sense. In fact, there was even a movie at one point, I think, that did that. I don't remember the name of the movie though, but it was... Anyway, so after that, I kind of was a bit weirded out using this deck because it always reminded me of that situation. And since we're having that kind of chaotic day, we're going to go ahead and have a reading from this deck and just see what comes up. I figure if Eris is being so prominent in my day today, we should see what she has to say. See, I always come up that way. All right. So, admittedly, I'm a little lost here. This one is just like, all right, let's take it one card at a time. See what we get. Well, so much for the video being shorter. Y'all are just not getting lucky today. All right, let's do this. Oh, look, my financial situation. Money troubles. I mean, okay, it's not life if it's not financially upside down. At least not any life I know. So, current situation, current stress. Yeah, should be expected. Now this is someone who's actively doing something about it. This is someone who's trying to come up with solutions, trying to come up with means and ways around it. Someone who's got the motivation. Like, this is my problem solver, and this could be both myself and my husband. It could also be an opportunity to... I'm saying it could also be an opportunity because rods generally tend to be lights in the darkness. And if I'm having those kind of money, if I'm having those kind of money concerns right now, a light in the darkness or someone torch wielding would be really nice right now. All right, so strength in reverse. I already know I'm not feeling good today, and that's because I went ahead and donated plasma. Yes, folks, donate the blood, donate the plasma, help your fellow man. And if you happen to make a few bucks while you're at it for your groceries, then it's all good for everyone. All right, get out there, donate. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little tired today. That's probably why I'm not in the mood. So, all right, what else we got here? And there I am, me, Miss Overly Emotional, which never helps anything, but I'm out there feeling it all. So at least I'm in the upright position, so I'm still okay. I'm just having a day, and my connections are not where they're supposed to be. That's the High Priestess. All right, my connections are not where they're supposed to be. So yeah. I don't know. All in all, I think that this is just a general message that I should go back to bed or something. No, I've got a few ideas I have to work on today. So, but don't worry, folks. It's life. Life happens to everyone, and chaos is inevitable. You might as well enjoy it. Get absurd, get surreal, get out of your box. All right. Thank y'all. Welcome for coming. Welcome for going. I don't even know anymore. Brain is leaking out my ears at this point. Bye, y'all.